Each and every single one of us have our own world. And that world have all kind of sufferings. That world have all kind of wild animal inside of our world, which is our mind. All kind of bad thoughts, all kind of hate, anger, delusion, greedy, everything. We have everything in our mind. And when we are not mindful enough, we could kill ourselves. We could kill the others. We could hurt ourselves and hurt the others. Our mind is super sharp. It's sharp more than the knife. And if we are not clever enough to hold the handle of the knife, but we hold the knife, we will hurt ourselves and hurt the others. So we must be clever. We must be mindful to know when you are holding the handle instead of the knife. And of course, in this life, like I mentioned, we are not mindful. That is why we always react when the world is throwing lemon and bitter melons and rock at us. Is that right? We react a lot. And every single time we react, we suffer. We cry. We become anxiety, depression. And then when there's time that you cannot bear those feelings, you commit to suicide. A lot of people, a lot of children, a lot of teenagers nowadays cannot bear those feelings because our mind is weaker and weaker every day. We are not mindful with our action, our speech, our thoughts. And the key for us to share, nothing more than just our breath. Within our breath right here, we live in this world with every breath going in and out, every second. And of course, we breathe just like a machine, like a robot, to live, to survive. We never pay attention to our breath, to see if it's long or short, to see how it go in and go out. We all live with the past and live with the future. Always thinking about the past and chase the future, but never stay at this present moment, which is here and now. When here and now, this present moment is really something that we need in life. Without this, our minds just keep heading out there on everything, any movement, anything's happened around us, we will head there. We will catch that object, and we forgot ourselves. We forgot our breath. And this is what we do in every single day. That is why we suffer. I have seen this suffering so much surround me in Fort Worth, Texas, where I reside, and where I travel around the world to do disaster relief with my foundation. And I have seen so much suffering, physically, materials, but especially mental. With mental health, mentally suffering is something that all of us have. And this is something that we need to change, we need to fix it. Otherwise, we'll go back to our old days and continue suffering. With the year of 2026, we should do something better for ourselves. And as a human being, we deserve better. We don't have to live like that, with sufferings. We can be better, we can live happily, peacefully every day. But it requires effort, requires some energy from us to put in order for us to have peace. If we cannot have peace for our own world, there will be no world peace. If all of us here in North Carolina can have peace in each and every single family, this whole state of North Carolina will be at peace. Do you believe that? Peace always begins from within. We already know that. So when we practice mindfulness, which is our breath, this is when you bring peace for yourself. By focus, aware of each breath going in, each breath going out within this nostril. Pay attention to it. Just put awareness to that breath going in, awareness of that breath going out, just like a gatekeeper sitting right here. That gatekeeper will count, will know who's going in, who's going out. Just mindfully knowing each breath going in and each breath going out. That's all we need to do. But do not force our breath to be long or short. Just breathe normally like what we are breathing, how we breathe right now. And when we breathe in, we can also count or say in. Silently, we breathe out, say out. Silently. And then when thoughts arise, that wild animal inside of our mind, and I always say the monkey mind. This monkey mind is within us. That monkey mind would jump here and there. If you are from India, that monkey mind probably can go back to India just like that quick. To have some chapati, some roti and come back here and then done. Or Vietnam, I can just go back to Vietnam and have some bánh xèo, which is like pizza or something like that. Things like that. Our mind is always thinking of all those things in our life rapidly. So within any thought pop up within our mind, what we should do is aware of that thought, acknowledge of that thought, observe it, and bring your concentration back to this breathing again. Don't try to push it away, don't try to eliminate it. Just bring your concentration back after you acknowledge of that thought, back to the breathing. And then breathe in, breathe out, that monkey might jump again. Acknowledge it, come back here. Acknowledge it, come back here, come back, come back, come back. Keep bringing it back. That is the point. Because we don't have a habit of bringing our concentration back to this present moment. Because we always headed out there, remember? That is why we train ourselves to have a new habit to come back to this present moment, which is with each and every breath going in and out. If we can do that, we will know what is going on with our mind, our thoughts. We will not chase after it again anymore. And then when you hear any noise, any type of sound, just acknowledge that sound, silently, and come back here with the breathing again. Sensation on this body, itchy, numb, pain. Anything on this body just acknowledges pain. Anything on this body just acknowledges itchy, numb, or feeling, come back here. Observe it, acknowledge it, come back here. That is very simple. And when you see something, just acknowledge that, oh, you see, object. You don't have to question, you don't have to follow that object. But when you practice meditation like this, your eyes should be closed. So we cannot see anything, just focus in here. But don't use your eye to look down to this nostril, okay? It's gonna make you headache. Seriously. If you use, even when yogi, when they practice, they close their eyes like this, but they cannot see their breath yet. They tend to look down using their eye, look down to this nose to see the breath. The more they do it, the more that this head will be tense and then become headache. So don't, just your mind, aware of each breath go in and out. Even if you cannot see your breath at the beginning, it's okay. As long as you know that there's breath going in and out. There's another method to support you, because at the beginning, when we don't have that habit yet, our minds will just running and running and running. Just like the horse. The horse is always going on the same track, right? Keep going back to the old track. Our mind is the same. Keep going back to the old habit. That's how the mind works. And so, when you breathe in, you can also count 1 silently. Breathe out, count 1 silently. In 2, out 2. In 3, out 3. In 4, out 4. In 5, out 5. And then start from 1, 1 to 6, 6. And then start from 1, 1 to 7, 7. Start again from 1, 1 to 8, 8. 1, 1 to 9, 9, and 1, 1 to 10, 10, and then reset from 1, 1 to 5, 5 again. Okay, let us try that. Okay, let me count. Focus, okay? Breathe in, count 1, 1, 2, 2, 4, 4. You still focus. Wow. You get what's going on here?
Listen, 3.
I skipped number 3. It means we are not mindful. That's why you miscount. And when you miscount, you have to start again from 1, 1 to 5, 5 again until you get it right. Okay? Keep that in mind, because this mind, it will get bored very, very quickly when you just sitting there and then breathe in and breathe out, because the monkey likes to jump. Okay? So now that you add 1 more job to the mind, breathing, counting, 2 jobs for the mind, a little bit more fun to it. So it will be better to concentrate. So this practice is to help us to concentrate on this present moment right now and here. That is how we have peace for ourselves. Just like the monks walk 90 days. At the beginning, there are people just stood there on the road and look at the monks with tears. There are people driving, and then when they saw the monks walk, they pull over and they get out of their car, walk towards the monk, stand there and look at the monk, and pay respect to the monk, or just simply just look at the monk on each and every step they make. That is the time when they slow down. They take a moment of break. They stop from doing everything just to come back within. That is when they touch their heart. That why do I have to rush every day? Why do I have to run so quickly every day? And now that I've seen something in front of me, which is the monk walking peacefully, mindfully with each and every step. That is when it touches our heart. That is when it reminds us to slow down. It reminds us to practice mindfulness instead of heading out there every single second, every single time. When you cannot have peace for yourself, there will be no peace for your family. And guess what? The family is always the problem for us. We could be really nice to our friends and to the people outside, but we always react to our parents and to our family members. Is that right? Why is that? Because we give ourselves a right. We give ourselves the right that my parents, they are my parents, they are my brother and sister, they are my husband and wife. They should know me better. They should know my personality. I'm like this, I'm like that. So they shouldn't say things like that. They shouldn't do things like that. We always give ourselves that right. But when you go out with your friends and the people outside, when they hurt you, when they say something to you, you didn't react that way. So is that right or wrong? That shouldn't be. Because your parents are the one who gave you this life. Your family, if anyone in this world can leave you, can hurt you, but I don't think your parents and your family would. It's always out of love. That they say something, they do something, is to show us how they care. Right? So we should be mindful in our family first. And practice this every day. When you practice to have peace, your family will be at peace as well. Because they don't have to see you stress out. They don't have to see your frustration face. Then they will smile. They will be at peace as well. And then every morning, when we wake up, please remember my statement that you have to write this down with a pen and a paper. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Just write that down. Even you have listened to my talk for the last 90 days. It's okay. Just write it down, because this is very powerful when you use your hand and your head at the same time. It will remind you a lot better. So write down, today is going to be my peaceful day. And then read it over and over with our eyes. Read it out loud to the universe, to tell the universe that today is going to be my peaceful day, so that no one in this world can mess it up, except ourselves. We are the only one who can mess our days up. No one else. Regardless of what they say or what they do. If you don't let it, your day will be peaceful. And what we've been doing is just let people control us. Let people play around with us just like a dog. Whenever they say something, we act right away. Whenever they do something, we act right away. We encounter into many fights already, verbally and physically. And then 3 places for us to go, which is hospital, jail, and funeral, after we encounter a fight. We shouldn't be, right?